DJs BrewTube beer review. Time to dive into the depths of barrel-aged beer. And where are we going to acquire, said liquid to pour down my neck today? We're going to go to Victory Brewing Company out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, US of A. Yay, yay! And what beer are we going to have from them? We're going to have their Java Cask Gold. Now, by their, description, this is an Imperial Stout. It's a limited serving. It clocks in at 11.8 ABV and between 50 and 100 plus IBUs. Now, I'm saying by their description because once you hear these ingredients, you're going to say, man, that really sounds like a barley wine kind of recipe. But you know what? If you're going to make a blonde stout, which this is a bourbon barrel-aged blonde stout, you got to do a little bit of magic, right? Okay, so let's talk about ingredients. For hops, they're using Cascade. That's it, just Cascade. But for malt, they're using Marris, Otter, Pilsner, Flaked Oats, and Flaked Barley. Very much a barley wine recipe. Now, for adjuncts, that's where we get interesting. They're using coffee, lactose, brown sugar, and cacao nibs. Boom. That's making that stout sort of experience going on. And they're barrel aging this for 7 months in Buffalo Trace bourbon barrels. That freaking rocks the heezy. I love Java Cask. I've liked it since it came out. And I'm really excited to try this one. So you know what? It's time to stop flapping my gums. Pop the top on this under a month old beer. Get in the snifter and tell you what's up with Java Cask Gold from Victory Brewing. Boom, giant hiss off the top, tons of cannon smoke rising to the occasion. Let's get in this snifter, baby. I am ready for a barrel-aged beer today. Look at that. It's pouring and looking like a barley wine as well. The head is sounding sort of like soda, like real fizzy, going down kind of quickly. Let's talk about the appearance then, since it may fade fast. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous golden amber color. It looks like clover honey, 100%. It had a khaki off-white head that was a finger. It's gone down to a half finger already. Super tightly packed bubbles. When I swirl it, this 11.8% is making tons of alcohol, like just sheeting down the inside of this glass. And it looks like we're down to about a quarter finger ahead. Look at that, though. That is a beautiful looking beer in the glass. It looks like bourbon, actually, in the glass. You know what? It's pretty, but it's got to smell good, too. So you know what we got to do. We got to dive in for that aroma! Big coffee and chocolate notes. Roast. This must have been super dark roasted coffee. A lot of burnt brown sugar notes. Now the bourbon's coming in. Vanilla. Tons of caramel sweetness. More coffee. Like coffee in this beer for days. Even bigger than I remember Java Cask having an aroma of coffee. Not a hint of alcohol in the aroma. It's all about barrel char, coffee, bourbon, vanilla, and deep, rich, dark chocolate. This smells delicious. I'm diving in. Cheers! Man, coffee is large and in charge in that brew. After you get past the coffee, that blast right in the front of your palate. Coming in after that is the bourbon. Tons of vanilla on the back end. Really dry finish. There's a little more carbonation in the beer than the faded away head would suggest, though it did leave some decent glass lacing. 11.8% is completely, and I mean completely hidden. Super smooth, not even any warming in the chest. Now that I'm starting to get some of that lactic sort of sweetness in there from the lactose. This is definitely a hybrid when you're making a blonde stout. So I guess they put that lactose in there to prop it up. It gives it a little bit of body too. It's like a medium to medium full sort of body on this beer. But it's got a lasting caramel taste as well, highlighted by bourbon, coffee, and vanilla, which is really pleasant. But man, this is crazy, crazy crushable for 11.8. I like this bottle size here, this like full pint size. I think it's 16.9 ounces. That's the right size for that sort of ABV of beer for me these days. You know what? Tackling a 750 like these wasn't always easy, but you know what? I took it for the team. Let me take another taste, and we'll talk about maybe some more tasty notes and grading it. Now that's invading my palate more, I'm getting more and more bourbon. And the coffee's receded a little bit back on the palate, but the bourbon and vanilla are sort of taking over with those lovely caramel notes. But man, delicious, super well-made beer, cool, sort of blonde stout or imperial stout. Really, it's a barley wine. It's like a coffee barley wine with lactose. So maybe it's a like barley wine, like, I don't know, milk barley wine with coffee. I don't know, but it's delicious. So let's talk about a grade. At time of recording, Beer Advocate is giving this brew 4.05 out of 5, and Untapped is giving it 4.08 out of 5. So that's straight up A's. I'm going 96 on this, 97. For blonde stouts as they go, this is one of the best that I've had. It's been really well crafted. The adjuncts aren't like overbearing on any adjunct that's in there, and the ones that they say in there, I can taste it. So you know what? That really sells it. And great beer. I don't know if I would sell her this because the coffee's going to fade out and it's going to change it over time. It might be good, but I like it like it is. So, have you had Java Cask Gold from Victory Brewing Company? If you have, let me know what you know, because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth. I also really like it when you do me a great big favor and think globally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. And it is exceedingly cool when you rate, comment, subscribe, especially if this is your first time with us. And if you can get around to it, help me out. Push those Google metrics up, and you know what you got to do. You got to smash that like button, because that, along with one bottle, especially at 11.8%, is all I'm going to need to put my big-ass barrel-aged beer drinking happy face on. So the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a bunch of Java Cask Gold drinking love for you, and you know what's coming for you by now. Oh, yes, that's right. A big peace out!